Well, here I am in my big red shirt with my big beard with my very overgrown hair. Ah, flowing locks. Anyway, so now I love receipts. Receipts are awesome. They're the best. We're gonna go green for money. I like the money marker. I'm sorry for you colorblind folks like myself out there, but we're just gonna have to make do here. Dude, I hate the I know my camera's level, but then I know this is also level because it's measured to be exact, but then the camera, the way it's sitting is just messing with my eyes. And anyway, so my mass opening of the 100 is not concluded yet. I have another 5, 10, 12 cases to open. However, I've obviously been very busy. I had many things going on in my life. And originally I was not going to open any hunted because I wasn't going to get what I thought I was going to get. But I ended up getting an extra 80 cases. So, we will hear with some numbers. I have opened so far to date 44 cases. Now, 44 cases times a beautiful $240 puts me at $10,560. $10,560. Now, I've obviously been busy. I had a wonderful, amazing surprise visit from my sister that threw me off by a week. I did not get a chance to list a lot of stuff and move things and process orders and do singles. Now, what do I have? I have a pile of about 400 foil majestics, cold foils, legendaries, and other things that are sitting in my desk right now, and about a very, very near a long box full of majestics. Now, why is this important? You see, before my sister came to visit, I sold a few things, highly selective things at very pointed times, and the reason I'm looking over to my right is because I was smart and I preloaded this info into the calculator so that I don't need to do this on the fly math. Well, for the most part. So, to date, I have sold net, after shipping fees, etc., on TCG Player, a whopping $1,317. Now, for simplicity's sake, I'm going to say this is a 50 and this is a 10. I don't care about $3, neither should you. Now, I'm not an idiot, but that leaves us with a 4. We're going to do some simple arithmetic here, boys and gals. And a 2. And wait for it, a 9. Is that right? That seems correct. Now, we have $9,240 left on my cost. I've also privately sold to 2 people because that's how I roll. I'm very, very baller right now. $1,040 worth of things. That math is beautiful. Which leaves us a whopping 0,028. That leaves us a magical $8,200 worth of singles to recoup. I just want you to know that in my long box over there, I have about, you're going to hate this one, but I have about $5,000 in there. It's awesome. Now, granted, almost $1,000 of that is in non-foil shelters, but whatever. So, that leaves us $3,200. Now, you're like, well, Richard, that's a lot of money to make up. I'm going to do this live so we can even see here and witness the shenanigans. And just so no one knows I'm fibbing here, I'm not joking. This is a part of the stack. Let me get to the rest of it. I have to lift this stack up in literally 3 chunks. Let's see, we're still getting through the common cold foils here. Still flicking through them. We hit the rares. Now, EA rares. This is important here. We'll call these $5 a piece. There's a few of these that are $8 to $10, a couple that are $4 or $5 or whatever. We'll just say $5 net. We have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, $75. Now, the loyalties. These are about $78 a piece. Okay, we're at $75. We'll call this $225. Look at that, another couple. We're at a magical. Wait, let's see. $225, $300, $375. These provokes are about $30 a piece. We'll call it $450, just for even math's sake. And we'll blast through all the rare cold foils. Ah, the majestic cold foils. Mmm. Mmm. Ooh, there's some Hunter's Claves. Those are $300 a piece. We're at $700. Now, and these Rosettas are like 25 bucks a piece, but honestly, I really love the art. I think they're gorgeous. Like, look at these things. They're so pretty. I gotta set it. One sec. Here we go. Look at that. Just like the way it catches the light. Oh yeah, look at that. Like that's the epitome of cold foil right there. They're $25 a piece. But I'm not selling them, so I'm just keeping them. Now we're at about call it like $800, right? These are the EA Anaphylactics. They're $35 a piece. We're at $900. You're like, Richard, we're so far away from $3,200. Well, you see, 2 EA Command and Conquers. We'll call that $400. We were at $800. Now we're at $1,200. And I'm subtracting fees while I go. And over fees and shipping even. Hunt's Ends and Ignite. It's another $150 roughly. We're at $1,350. I have 4 Kisses of Death. Call another $250. We're at $1,650. Ah, 3 EA Shelters from the Storm. We'll call it a nice resounding $2,250, because they're about $280 a pop. But we'll take some fees out. So we're at $2,250 here. And just so I can keep track of math here and not run out of headspace, we're at $2,250. Well, minus $2,250. Ooh, we're getting spicy now. We're getting spicy. That's a 0. That's a 5. Man, have you guys ever done long math? How many people have actually done this? That's a 10. We have an 8. Whoops, sorry. We have a 9. And that's the 10. Is that right? I don't remember. Oh, that's what it was. We did this, and that became that. Ah, there we go. See? It's been so long since I've done long form math. It's like I don't remember in my brain anymore. And 0. Would you look at that? We only have $850 to make up. Thick-Hide Hunters. Call it $50 because we're being cheap. We're down to 800. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rainbow foil blood splattered vests. Those net are about $68. Call it $70 for even math though, because we've been very favorable in the shipping for a lot of this. So let's see. 7 times 6. It's interesting. That's $420. Is that math right? Because 7 times 10 would be 700. So a half would be 350 plus a 70. 420. Ooh, this is getting so delightful. Plus our lovely $50 puts us at 470. Ah, but we have 2 Command and Conquers. 2 Command and Conquers. That's another $85 a piece. But again, for simplistic math, we'll say 70. We're gonna go from, well, I don't know. Call it $600. There. No, we're lowballing. We're lowballing. Oh wait, $600. We're so close to $850. I guess 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I guess these 7 RF RAM. This will get us over there. We're past $850 now. We're not even doing too bad. I think we're pretty good. I think we're in the tendy land. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 masks at, call it $15 a piece. It's another $150. And you're like, well, Richard, where's all your profit? You've only made like $200. Well, you see, good sir. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 masks at another $15. I think we can say handedly that we're approximately... Here, what color change now? What color change here? We're gonna get crazy here, boys. We're getting crazy. It's bananas up in this shenanigans here. Ah, my blue marker will come off. There we go. So, we're now gonna say we're at a beautiful. Again, we're gonna round down because that's how we roll. $200 in profit. So screw the rest of this stuff. It's all dead now. we're at plus 200. Now you're like, well, Richard, that's disingenuous, blah, blah, blah. I don't give a crap. Deal with it. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 quick dodge flexors. Those are $75 a piece. We also have, ooh, we're getting to the good stuff here. We're getting to the good stuff. So, what? 750 minus 150, so 625. Okay, I'm down for this. 625. We have 2 blood splattered vests left. EAs. These are 150 a pop. After fees, I make 125 bucks, shipping, etc. Call it 250. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 beautiful Dragon Scalers cold foils. Those are about 70, 80 a pop. And we also have these 2 Kabuto EAs. I don't know why I pulled so few of these, but I did. So that's $60 a pop. Combined, say $350. Now, we have 4 more EA Masks of Deceit. These are about $80 a piece, which would be $320. Take off 10%. Call it, you know, we'll be kind again. $250. Because why not? That's how we roll. $250. We also have 2 more cold foil quick dodge flexors. These are $180 a pop. But we'll say $300. So we have $550 right there. Look at that. We're getting some pretty numbers here. $550. Don't hit. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rainbow foil fables. Call it 40 bucks a piece. $200. Not bad. Yeah, doable. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 young rainbow foil or Marvel heroes. Go about 50 bucks a piece. We'll go down 300 bucks a piece. So we're at like 850, I think, because I don't have that. I have the whatever. Well, 300 bucks. Yeah, 300 bucks. Why not? Now the juicy stuff. How many adults do we have? We have 1, 2. The Syndras are 300 a piece. Those are $600. The Fangs are about 125, 150 at the time of day. And then the Arachne, I think, is like 80. We have 2 Arachnes, so 160 bucks. 2 Syndras, so 760. The 2 Fangs, call it $1,000 even. Take off 150 bucks, so another 850 right there. Now, the more fun begins. We have even more juice. This juice never ends. The juice man is here, he says. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 of these puppies. And some of these are like 70 bucks, some of them are 60, some of them are 50, you know, a range. We'll say 17 times 50, average it out. And now to be extra kind, I have 3 of these puppies at $100 a piece. Say we add 6 to this pile, so we're at 23 times 50. What's that lovely number bring out to? $1,150. Now, I'm going to save me and you all the time. Go to my handy dandy calculator over here. And you ready for this one? 200 plus 65 plus 250 plus 350 plus 550 plus 300 plus 850 plus 1150. Now, but wait, there's more, he says. They're like, you can't possibly have more. But I do, he says. I've also sold another Fable today, a cold foil one for $100. So we'll add that into the pile. And over on my handy dandy desk, I have another rainbow foil Fable and a cold foil Fable, which combined is about $160-ish, give or take. We'll say 140. Plus 140. Now, this is where we get really spicy. This is where we get really spicy. You see, he says, where's my pile? I have a pile somewhere. The piles are everywhere. I don't know where it is. It's not in there. Where did I put? Oh, it's right here. Oh, wait. That's right. It's under these 6 non-foil claves I didn't list either. So we'll add another, what, $40, $45 a card. Call it 40 a card. 40 times 6. 6 times 4 is 24. It's another $240. Plus $240. Oh. I didn't see the other EA Oath Loyalty and 3 more Rainbow Foil Oath Loyalties over there. So that's another $110, give or take. So plus another $110. Now, this is a secondary stack of juicy Rainbow Foil Majestics. I only care about one card in here in particular, though, and that is the EA or the Shelters. So, how many Rainbow Foil Shelters do we have? Da, 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 da. So you know I go through this quick because I can do this very quick. Oh, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Hit that halfway point. I can sift quicker now. 6, 7, 8, 8 more EA or Rainbow Foil Shelters. Now, I can tell you for a fact I have about 8 to 10 of every Rainbow Foil in there, including the other $10 to $20 ones. There's about 10 cards that are over $5 to $10 a piece. God, my hair is getting so long. 10 cards, we'll say times 8, $80, so another $800. So we'll add $800. And now I have 8 Shelters. The Rainbow Foil Shelters are definitely a little more expensive than the regular ones, but just for the sake of onus, we'll say 80 a pop. 160 is 2 of them, times 4, 400, plus 240, da, 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 da. We are looking at $640. Now, that puts us at a grand, beautiful total of 6,000. Whoo! He said 6,000. 6,305. This is post fees. This is post shipping costs. This is post everything. I am making 50% to sell these boxes right now. Just open them and have fun, he says. Now, the reality here is this is probably about 10 to 20% higher, right? There's a lot of Rainbow Foil Majestics that are in there. I didn't count any of the Cold Foil Majestics, didn't count any of the rares Cold Foils, any of the common Cold Foils, and there's a few of those in the set that are going for like $5 to $10 a pop. Now, realistically, this is probably closer to $9,000. Like, honestly, it's probably closer to 9. But again, when I do these mass openings, I'm excessively conservative because I don't want to take an L, right? Taking an L is how you take L's. I don't like taking L's. They're very bad for your business. My cost is $10,560. My guaranteed ROI right now, and this is after the market has died, is $6,305 in profit. What's more underpriced, the sealed or the singles? Now I've opened 44 cases. We're going to add my original cost of $10,560 and then divide that by 44. Hello. My average EV after fees is a very lovely number. God, this thing is stuck on there. Good Lord. Sheesh. Is a lovely $383.30. Now, they're selling on TCG Player for $4.20 a case, roughly, give or take. But again, let's keep in mind, my real number here is closer to $9,000. So, let's hypothetically, before my camera runs out, times that by 44, add another 3,000, then divide that by 44. Our actual EV is about $4.51 a case and change. That's post fees, that's post everything, that's keeping all the bullshit. You tell me what's underpriced. Is it cases or is it singles? The singles are down, the cases are not. That puts my average over. Anyway, now I'm back. I couldn't end on that note. I had to. So, that puts our real average. Now, because again, I keep a lot. I keep a full master set, etc. So this being down $2,000 to $3,000 is very important to me, right? Like I want that baked in to what I have. I know I'm going to keep a full master set. I want this baked in, right? So that's why I'm like extra aggressive. I'm taking off an extra 10% most of the time when I'm doing these. I don't mind rounding down $10 or $15 a card on these big lots. This is like something that I intuitively want in my head, right? I love Flesh and Blood. I collect Flesh and Blood and I sell Flesh and Blood. I do both sides of this thing, right? My net EV truly after fees is $4.51 a case. Now, conservatively, I lose around 17% to fees, shipping, etc., handling, blah, blah, blah. Sometimes I bounce up towards 20, but generally it's around 17-ish% is my total loss. If I times that number by 0.17, so I get my 17%, that's an extra $76 a case. We can still see it. Okay, sick. Which puts us at $525 a case. Hello? If you are just a random individual, just like, I'm going to go buy a case, I don't want to get wrecked, I just want to go have some fun, you're always looking for things that have close to cost EV or plus EV. In Magic, you're hoping when you open a box, you get back like 70%, maybe 80%, right? You're like, oh, it wasn't a terrible box. I didn't lose my ass. But then on the flip side, you make 120, 130%. The average box EV right now in the Hunted is fucking $500 a case. And that's still me rounding down. Or like, do we want to talk about this for a second? Like, you can go buy cases for $416. Or you can go crack it and make $450 after you sell it to someone. If you go buy 10 cases and you average out, which gives you 40 boxes, right? So like you should be close to averages. You sell the rainbow foils, you sell the commons, you sell the rares, you sell all of it. You're looking at $451 net a case. You're just gonna go make almost 10% by being a Timmy and flipping it all. This, I mentioned this last week. There is times in the market where you can get free money. A little effort, a little work, so it's not really free. But there's times in the market where product prices don't make sense. This is one of them. This is not financial advice again, because apparently we have to put that misnomer in things. But again, why is everyone freaking out about the new Pokemon? Journey to blah, 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 blah. I've already been cut like 25% of what I requested. I'm expecting to get nothing, or hardly anything. Like a couple of cases maybe is what I'm expecting. I requested 30. 20 from one source plus 10 cases of ETBs, and I requested another 10 and 10 from another source. We'll see what I actually end up with. I'm expecting hardly crap. Probably just enough to throw my 5 cases on the shelf and forget about it. Honestly, is what I'm expecting. Or you can go buy Flesh and Blood cases, pay retail prices, and make 10%, immediately. I don't know, what's the silly part here? Something isn't mathing. Mathing is not mathing here, guys. I don't know, what are people doing here? I'm kind of lost. What do you guys think? Am I wrong? Am I crazy? Everyone I've talked to, this is pretty consistent between 450 and 500 EV net on cases. There's been multiple people that I've talked to that recovered 30 or 40% of their total opening cost within 2 days off of one card because they hit a cluster of shelters, or they hit a cluster of claves, or they tapped on the fables. Hello? This isn't, I'm not a one-off anomaly here. The average ROI on this is damn near 2 times cost. Cost is $240 a case, which means to double up, you're looking at 480 on the, or 480 on the case. And if you sold the case on TCG Player as a loose case, you're going to net, right about like 375. And then you have to pay $12 for signed shipping. So really you're looking at like 365, 363 a case. So by opening it, I make almost another $100 a case, and I get to enjoy my beautiful pack therapy that is so satisfying. Something seems slightly off here, but it's okay. I'm crazy. All these numbers are made up, and no one knows what I'm talking about. Please don't follow me. I love you all. Goodbye. Have a good day. I'm buying collections.